Hi, my name is Liz Hathway and this is my astrological look at the week ahead, a day later than usual. I apologise for that. But anyway, it means I'm diving in straight in on Tuesday, and it's the week starting Monday, 4th of November. So I'm diving in with Tuesday. Tuesday we see Mars square Pluto. So Mars in Libra at the moment, which is a sign that's known for its diplomacy, it's known for its reluctance to get into a real fight. It's kind of very, in a way, articulate. Mars in Libra. It's very, not gentrified, but very, it's much more cerebral than fisticuffs. So it's kind of a completely different energy than we could imagine coming from Pluto in a sign at the moment that exalts Mars. Pluto in Capricorn really can take off the gloves and really get into a street fight. It can really, bring it on. So there's a desire here. There's a sort of call to arms in a way. There's a sort of motivating rally call going out from Pluto as it tries to galvanize some momentum through that Mars in Libra, pushing agendas, pushing passions, trying to get things moving, because what you get with squares are friction, and frictions give heat, and heat sets things moving, and this is what this square is all about. So in the UK, where we get now into election season, you can see that the campaigns this week will be picking up pace. There'll be more people out there. They've got to push their ideas, because that's very much Libra as well. It's very much about ideas. So getting your ideas out there, but with some vigor, with some force, fighting, defending them. So it's a really full-on Scorpio season when we see sort of Mars square Pluto going on during a Sun in Scorpio time. But we also have a number of really interesting aspects this week. I'd like to jump to Thursday, for example, where the moon is in Pisces. That moon in Pisces there on Thursday is quite interesting. Moves into Pisces on Wednesday. Moon in Pisces is it's a dreamy sort of sign, but it's also understands things non-verbally. It has a sort of unconscious knowing. It's sort of able to go with the flow, get into the current that suits it, and then swim through that way. But I think basically moon in Pisces is very much in contact with these deep undercurrents as well, and it sort of can choose a position accordingly, can really adapt and move. Sun in Scorpio trine that moon in Pisces on Thursday, and then we see that moon is sextile Saturn. It goes on to conjunct Neptune. It then goes on to sextile Pluto, and then it trines Mercury. That's all on Thursday. So you see the moon, the people in mundane astrology, if you like. The moon is picking up a lot of connections. It's a binding force in a way. As we know, Saturn and Neptune this year have been in a long-standing sextile that started at the end of January. So we have had 3 Saturn-Neptune sextiles. The third is coming up this week on Saturday. So this whole Saturn-Neptune cycle now is reaching its grand finale, if you like. Saturn-Neptune traditionally linked as well with socialism. They're linked to mass movements. Neptune is always, that shoal of fish, that we are many, that sort of idea. But Saturn is very connected to Neptune, even though they are, the antithesis of each other in many ways. They still have to work together. So I think what we see with Saturn and Neptune, it's Earth in the dream. It's bringing things birthing them into the real world, if you like. All these visions that we have, or grand ideas. This year, many of us will have been realizing some of these dreams that we've had. Maybe dreams that we'd even given up on, that suddenly in strange and mysterious ways have become realized. So it's an interesting sextile, Saturn, Neptune. And if we've used it well, some of our dreams will be now starting to take shape in the real world. So it's something that really fascinates me. Everything is born, of course, as an idea, and then it's that process of trying to bring something as ephemeral as an idea into something as gross, if you like, as the material world. But that's what we see with Saturn, Neptune. And we see this week, that I say on Thursday, we have the sunshine moon, which is like, really we're in touch with our deeper feelings, always in Scorpio season, but that moon in Pisces, just, you know, just we have to follow our gut. Maybe if we're thinking about parties, how we're going to vote, follow your gut. You know, it's a lot of aspects there on Thursday, and the build up to a very important day on Friday, when we see Saturn and Sun sextile, Sun Neptune trine, and then on Saturday we have Saturn sextile Neptune, the last of these three. The first was on the 31st of January, the second was on the 8th of June, or is that the 18th? Let me put my glasses on. Yeah, 18th of June, sorry. And so we have the last one this week. So it's a really, again, I mean, it's a really great week. Sun sextile Saturn means we can crack on, we can get things done. Saturn is very good in Capricorn at narrowing the focus, at sort of saying, yeah, that's interesting, but not now. Let's just crack on with the nitty gritty. Let's get the bread baked before we start thinking about what we're going to put on it, you know, priorities. So it's very good at prioritizing. And yet, because of the Saturn-Neptune connection, the Sun as well is allowing Neptune in. It's allowing not only to think from rational, this is what I should be doing, but also to allow Neptune to bring in imagination, creativity, new ideas, higher ideas maybe, you know, to try things out. So the Sun is saying, well, I'm open to it, but let's keep it focused, let's keep it real, let's kind of structure it well. And that's I think that energy, so for any kind of work that you have to do, for any kind of whatever it may be, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, you can crack on, you can shift mountains in that time and not lose sight of the things that matter to you either. Interesting energy there. And that's followed on Sunday as well by the Mercury-Pluto sextile. You know, so Mercury as well in Scorpio retrograde, it's true, but picking up Pluto again. So it's again sort of tapping again into that, yeah, other world, other ideas, other picking up on undercurrents, being prepared to face up to things, being able to face your shadow, being able to shovel shit, if you like. But there's a lot of openings in this week. And I think, to be honest, I think it's a fantastic week. I love all that energy from Thursday onwards, right up into the Mercury sextile Pluto. So even though Mercury is retrograde, I think on inner levels, we can make up our mind with that last Saturn-Neptune sextile there. I think we can make up our minds on things that have been plaguing us for a while. We'll have more clarity and we can say, well, that's my standpoint on it. That's, stick your Saturn marker in the ground. That's where I stand. Okay, wishing you a great week. Sorry I was late. I'll speak to you later. Bye.